Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So on today's video we are going to be learning how to make an easy beaded fringe. So this tutorial is going to be a tutorial on how to make beaded fringes. Mind you, these beaded fringes can be made with any kind of bead that you want, and it can be placed on any part of your outfit, whether on the tip of your outfit. You can use it to make these beaded fringes that is on its own. You can use it to place on any part of your outfit. If you want it to stand one on an outfit, and you can also do that. So guys, this is the result of this tutorial, and let's get right into the video. Please guys, don't forget to hit on the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. Let's get right into the video. So for this tutorial, I'm going to be using the crystal beads, and can you see I'm going to be using the crystal bead. Now you can use any bead of your choice. You can use any bead of your choice to make fringes, and I'm going to be using this teardrops as a stopper for the crystal bead. Now mind you that you need a stopper, though in some occasions you can also make your beaded fringe without a stopper. So I'm going to be using this broken bead as the stopper, as the edge of the stopper. You get? So this is my thread. I have already threaded my beading needle. I'm using size 12 beading needle. Can you see? And I threaded it double. Yes, I like threading double, especially for fringes, so that the fringes does not cut easily. You secure the tip of your thread, that is your knot, and then you are going to go in from the back of your outfit or whatever you want to bead the fringe on. You are going to use your needle to go in, and you know you are going to secure your thread. Can you see? You are going to also go in multiple times to secure your thread so that your fringes does not cut easily. You see? Before we get properly into this video, please make sure you have clicked on that subscribe button. Also give this video a thumbs up, and let's go. So after I've secured my thread and I make sure the thread is out on the upper surface of the fabric I'm using, I go ahead to pick my beads. Go ahead to pick your beads. Can you see how I'm picking the beads? You pick as many as the beads you want. You can actually use your tape to measure. If you have a particular measurement in mind, you can use your tape to measure the length of the fringe. And while you're okay with the length, you go ahead and put in your teardrop. Mind you that not all beaded fringes needs a teardrop. And after you put in your teardrop, you are going to use that's your needle. You are going to pass it, skip the teardrop, pass it through the other beads that you already have on the fringes. You are going to pass it till you come out at the first bead. This is to secure your the last bead, and to start up another fringe. You don't tie at the edge. Some people do tie at the edge, and that will give you a very messy work. That will be a messy work. So you go ahead and pass your bead out, pass your needle out from the beads and come out at the start. Can you see? So can you see I have already come out, and I'm going to go ahead and secure this particular fringe from my fabric. Can you see? You are going to sew it, take tiny sew it in, come out, sew it in, come out, so that you secure that particular fringe so it doesn't cut easily. After that, you are going to go in with your needle and come out at the next place you want your fringe to be. I am still trying to secure this particular fringe because I don't want stories. So after that, I'm going to go ahead and, can you see, this is our first fringe that I made. Can you see? So, and I've come out where I want the second fringe to be, and I go ahead to pick my beads. Go ahead and pick your beads. Pick your beads. till you get to the normal measurement that for the length of the bead that you want, then you can stop. Measure it, measure to make sure that your fringes are, you know, the same length. Can you see this one I picked now is longer, so I'm going to go ahead and reduce. Can you see? I went ahead to reduce it because it's longer. After that, I go ahead and put my teardrop and then pass my needle back to the other crystal beads. Now, whatever bead is the last on your fringe, whatever bead you have last on your fringe, you are going to skip that particular bead and pass your needle through the other beads all the way up, all the way up. And that is how you secure your beaded fringe. Tell me how this kind of fringe is going to ever cut or have a problem. No, it's not going to cut, because first of all, you have your double, you made your thread to be double, and secondly, you are also passing your thread again from the fringes that you already made. So you see that there is no way this is going to cut. So you go ahead and also secure that one. So any fringe that you make at the base, make sure you secure it several times, at least 3 times at the base, so that you don't have issues with your fringes. So you don't, even if someone drags your fringes, it doesn't cut. You see? So after I've secured, I come out at the next place I want my beaded fringe to be, and I repeat the process. I go ahead and pick my beads, and I, you know, I start putting in my beads. Can you see? So guys, if you're up till now at this video, that means you're really enjoying what I'm doing. Please kindly hit up the subscribe button and also turn on the notification bell so you get notified whenever I make a new post. I drop tutorials on sewing, how to cut and sew. I drop tutorials on beading. I make I make videos on, work on how my process videos. Yeah, I make process videos and everything fashion related. I give fashion ideas, fashion tips, fashion hacks. So guys, make sure that you have subscribed to this channel, turn on notification bell, and you get notified whenever I post a new video. So this is me trying to pass the needle back to all the way up. This is me passing the thread all the way up. Can you see? Can you see my fringes? There is no way these fringes are going to cut. Yes, because they are tightly secured. So you go ahead and also secure this one. And after securing it, you go ahead and bring out the needle the next place you want your fringe to be. So now, I use crystal beads on those first 3 that I did. I want to go ahead and use broken beads, because yes, most times those beaded fringes are made from broken beads. So now you go ahead and pick your beads. This one is going to, I tried using this as a stopper for this broken bead. Let me show you guys how it is to use a stopper that that is open both sides. So let's go ahead and try this out. And so you go ahead and pick your beads. So for broken beads, for beads that are small like this, you use your needle to pick your beads. It's the most easiest and fastest way you can do that. So you go ahead and pick your beads with your needle. Pick your beads. As you're picking, you are measuring if you have achieved the length of the fringe that you want. After that, you go ahead and put your like a bigger bead that you want to be at the edge. Then you put another smaller bead, a broken bead, and you go ahead and push it down. Then you skip that smaller bead. Remember that I told you that whatever bead is the last on your fringe, by the time you want to take your needle back through the fringe, make sure you skip the last bead. That helps you secure your fringe. that makes you don't need to tie your thread. So this is me going back. I use this broken beads because I know that most people will, argue that I was able to go back all the way up because those beads were bigger, because the previous beads I used was bigger, the crystal beads. And this is me showing you that you can also go back upward with your broken beads. You see the fringes, it is dangling, it is not stiff, it is okay. There are no rough, messy knots at the edge of the fringes, and that is how your fringes is supposed to look like. You go ahead and secure, and you pass your thread out on the next place you want your fringe to be. So mind you that this fringe can be anywhere. You can put it at the tip of your dresses, you can put it at the tip of your sleeves, it can be on the body of the dress. So you can put this fringe in any part of the dress that you want. So for the second one, I go ahead and pick my beads. Can you see how I'm picking the beads? This is because they are tinier beads, and it is way easy to pick it this way. You just use your needle and pick the beads. You see, go ahead and pick your beads. While you're picking, you're measuring if the length is okay for you. While you're picking, you're measuring if the length is okay. Can you see? And by the time you're okay with the length, you go ahead. So I decided to use the crystal bead for the tip of this one. Can you see? So you can use anything for the tip of your fringes. After putting the crystal bead, I also put a broken bead. So mind you that the last piece of bead you need for your fringes has to be a very tiny bead, so it helps you secure the tip of your fringes, so it is not bulgy, so it is not so noticeable. So this is me going back all the way up, so tell me, this kind of fringes, nothing can ever make it to cut. Yes, because I know that so many people are scared of making fringes that will cut eventually at the end of the day. And I'm telling you that if you go through this process, your fringes is never going to cut. You can use this and make beaded fringes that you can even sell. Yes, you can get your bias, use your bias and bead on your bias. You can sell it. You all know how much a beaded fringe is in the market, how much they sell per yard in the market. So this is a very, very good business idea. If you're less busy and you don't have much doing, you can make beaded fringes and sell. So any aspect of beading is actually money, so you can never regret learning beading. So this is it. Can you see my beaded fringes? So I go ahead and secure. So you continue this way till you get the number of beads, that number of fringes that you want. You also do it this way for any length of fringes, unless you are doing a very long fringes that it will actually take your time, that to take your needle backwards to the starting point, then you can knot at the end. But mind you that it is always going to look a little bit tacky, but because it is so long, you just have to knot at the end of your fringes. So this is me trying to create another one. This is going to be the last one I'm creating. So this is me trying to create another one, and can you see? Please, at this, if you have stayed till this time, that means you really enjoy what we are doing here. Thank you very much for staying up to this time. Please don't forget to hit on that subscribe button, also turn on the notification bell so you get notified whenever I drop a new post. So this is me trying to put my stopper, that's the last bead, which is the smallest, which is the broken bead, and then this is me going back into my fringe so that I can come out all the way up. So this is me going back. So let me know in the comment section if there is any beading, any type of beading that you would like me to teach you guys on this channel. Let me know in the comment section and I'm going to do that. Yes, I am going to do that. So I'm almost done with this one. Can you see? I'm almost done with this one. Once again, I want to thank you all very much for sticking till the end of this video. Please don't forget to hit on that subscribe button and also turn on the notification bell so you get notified whenever I drop a new post. See you guys on my next video. Can you see my fringes? Can you see my fringes? See you guys on my next video, guys. Bye.